The second challenge that I faced at my organization, particularly working in the realm of criminal justice, was assessing my positionality as a white Stanford student who had not been directly impacted by the particular policies that I was looking to kind of investigate. And so it was really important to me to get feedback from community members, directly impacted folks, about like the particular impact and what it means to impacted individuals to be sort of operating in that space from my position as a relative outsider.
I think my specific experience was kind of interesting because the company I worked for, Serum, was founded by 3 individuals who went to Stanford. And so we kind of had that shared experience, which was a benefit for me. But I think that it's important to remember that you have a lot of things to bring to the table besides being a Stanford student. And so kind of not forgetting that part as well.
Yeah, so being a Stanford student and coming to the Natural Resources Defense Council, I felt very lucky because I feel like I was given a lot of responsibility and kind of autonomy based on this trust that they had that I would do a good job and kind of knew what I was doing, which on one hand is really scary to kind of feel like you have to figure out a lot of things on your own, but also is really empowering, realizing that you are able to have your hands on a lot of cool projects just by virtue of the fact that these adult lawyers seem to trust you with their work. And I would say that's a privilege that I benefited from in a lot of my internships throughout my Stanford career that I'm really, really grateful for, because it's allowed me to work on really cool things. And I don't feel like I've ever been given like silly tasks or menial work at all.
Maybe, being in a place where a lot of the people never leave the city until they're adults and have a car of their own. I think I was really weighted with like the privilege that I'm able to kind of just fly into this really remote, really isolated place, be there for 9 weeks, and then I'm gonna leave again. And so I think I thought about that a lot, like what impression am I leaving on the town of college students, of outside advocates, of like non-locals and non-Mississippians, and like how will that impact their desire or their not desire to like accept help from other institutions.
I think my identity as a Stanford student, the biggest impact that it had was really just having to be mindful of the different like forms of privilege that I was bringing into spaces. We were working with really rent-burdened tenants in New York City, many of whom had been living in public subsidized houses for 30 or 40 years, and many of whom didn't speak English, and there was just lots of different kind of identity gaps between me and a lot of the tenants. And so just like having to think about, not just normal things like racial privilege that like is always there, but being in that space in particular, thinking about just the privileges of being at a higher institution, and being educated, but also like not being from the city and knowing that they had all kinds of kind of generational knowledge that I didn't have at all.